On our podcast show today, we are back in Taipei. Of course, we are covering COMPUTEX Taipei this week, talking to a lot of really amazing leaders in the tech space. And one of our favorite tech uncles
Uncle.
is Jimmy Sha from Coolermaster.
That's right.
Hi, everybody. That's the video again from this channel.
Yeah.
So I remember last year you told us that you were a huge cooking fan. Mm-hmm. And I recently was, just kind of spying on your Facebook and your Instagram. Mm. And I noticed that you tackled the Beef Wellington.
That's the hottest dish ever. Even Gordon Ramsay has a hard time doing that properly.
How did it go?
How did it go?
For you, like the process.
Yeah, the process.
Well, you know what? The entire process is very complicated.
It is.
I think that you guys know that, right?
Yeah.
But starting from the powder, the baking powder, etc., and all the way to the beef selection.
Yeah.
And then how are you going to let the beef to become more tendering? That when you're binding together with the bread and chunky stuff.
There's also the mushroom layer.
Oh, that is the most difficult part.
So hard.
So we know that it's very difficult, but it's probably 10 times as difficult to run a successful cooler PC case and power company.
Right.
And we're seeing that because this year's COMPUTEX is a reflection of the change in the industry towards AI.
Yeah.
And with, the celebrity status of Auntie Lisa and Uncle Jensen as well too.
Yeah.
We know this is going to be the next best big thing.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
My question is for you is how do you think Coolermaster will where do you think your key strengths lie in capitalizing on this industry?
Well, first of all, I think everybody knows that Coolermaster actually making the coolers.
Yeah.
And then the thermal solution is one of the best techniques that we're able to provide to the market and as well as to our users. However, like we checked earlier before the show started, that it's a demand and it's quite demanding. And the resources wise, we need to do a lot of different kind of reallocation in terms of our supplier all the way to the client side.
Yeah.
And not to mention about how we are able to overcome the difficulty of the heat where for example, like the GB2200 where it came from AMD.
Yeah.
So those kind of stuff that how the thermal solution is able to be sheeted, welded, and then we are able to still provide the products timely. I think that is the most difficult part.
It's a different kind of load. It's not like when you play a game, you get peaks and valleys.
No.
It's a consistent load.
Yeah, it's consistent load. And especially with when we started, like I can make an example that how Coolermaster making the cooler. That this year on the other channel, I also mentioned about the Coolermaster 1. Coolermaster 1 meaning about from the B2B and B2C two different division.
Yeah.
Where we are actually partnering up a lot back in like 1 or 2 years ago. Because in the past it's the two different type of the business that you can see. One is for retail side, quite happy or quite relaxing, that kind of stuff. But the other part looks like very serious, which is not. Because all our lovely engineers, they are actually the very active users, and also they are playing the game as well.
Yeah.
So the retail side is totally different from the service side.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like the AI just suddenly blew up and manufacturers not prepared suddenly.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the heat sinks, the power consumption. Wasn't it a friend of ours at the MTS Solution, remember?
Yes.
He said that some of the servers can take up to like 10 kilowatts of power.
Right.
Yeah.
And imagine the cooling that you need for that. It's just crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
That is about the thing I would like to speak about because, it, like you say, right? The AI is like, boom, all of a sudden, everything is the case. But for us, which is not, we're not 10 years ago, I can tell you guys that 10 years ago, we're already starting to work on why we are always limited ourselves, when the heat pipe or the coolers can be hold up like 400 watt, and then we are actually charging us to 1,000 watt. So back then is that what is the method and what is the machine process are able to make that happen. So there's a lot of the trial and error, and we're starting from the powder selection. I mean the copper powder selection, I mean, when we're trying to do the VC vapor chamber,
Yes.
and also for the heat pipe, that we select. We're starting from the different kind of the powder. You know, you have the larger one, a smaller one, and then as well as that how you able to mix them together with the better performance, plus with the formula that. How you're able to put all those different kind of stuff. So for certain period of time, the powders of certain kind of this group.
Is it true that there's different grades of metal?
Yeah.
And when you combine two metals together, it's a totally different science. There's science involved in that, right?
And always out of your expectation.
Yeah.
Trust me. You think that it's gonna work this time, but well, dang, that is not the thing.
From this, like, obviously there are a lot of established formulas for different heat sink configurations in the metal configuration and the composites that are created from two different metals interacting, maybe even ceramics and whatnot. Have your engineers ever come across something that was different, but in a very positive way? Like, for example, discovery, invention. In this process, have you ever, has your engineers ever invented something that you didn't know that actually existed?
That's quite.
It happens
it's happening
Happens all the time.
openly. Like we mentioned about just now, right? It's all about the resources and which route that you're actually choosing for.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
back then, like 10 years ago and 8 years ago, when everybody moved into the notebook industry,
Yes.
so there's a bunch of the people who are actually doing the heat pipe or the thermal solution for the notebook because that's a huge and larger volume for that. But our company choosing not to go there. But it's kind of like, wow, it's big revenue, right?
Yeah.
And it's a big business down there. But why we choosing not go to that way? It's kind of like a very similar with what NVIDIA Jensen think about it. When others can do, then we shouldn't do that because the company is the way that we are trying to really inventing, and
Innovation and going
innovating the product, and we're trying to be really able to providing a solution towards the customer where they are able to last longer for the coming future. So we spend that. We rather than spend that kind of resources without the revenue income, etc. But all of a sudden, like we were mentioning about just now, boom. People need, such kind of technology need us now. Then that's our chance.
And then you're ready for it, right? Yeah, I see
and
what
then
you
you're
mean.
already ready for it.
Yeah.
And then that's how.
I have seen a lot of manufacturers on the floor that have actually, it seems like they've dumped their consumer products in favor of workstation and in favor of server all of a sudden because they simply did not have resources to devote to everything.
Right.
If you were to chop things, what would be the first to go and why?
What would be the first to go? I think if we really have to chop thing, then the first thing is all about the researches and innovation.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the first thing. Secondary is about, in the meanwhile, it's not secondary, in parallel that we need to catch up about the capability of the manufacturing process.
Yeah.
Right.
It is different.
Yeah.
It is different thing about compared with the traditional manufacturing process as we compared with the one that people seeing in the market right now. That is not another set level that I can say about these.
Yeah.
I can see it's first of all, everyone here, your team and everything, it's very difficult to make these changes, especially because first of all, it's like the whole boom is kind of an unknown.
Yes.
Right? It's like if you throw everything at it and you're wrong, people don't eat.
Yes.
Right?
They don't have the food there.
It's such a big responsibility.
It is a big responsibility.
We've spoken to some other leaders, and they have people that are most close to them when they make these types of very difficult decisions. So, and they use different people, from relying mostly on their CEO to looking at data. In terms of your decision-making process, how do you make these most difficult decisions? I just want to know a little bit how Jimmy thinks.
Well, this kind of decision is actually not made by me only.
Right.
The culture of the Coolermaster is like we making the decision all together.
Okay.
Starting from our owner and all the way to these two departments, like I mentioned. So AI now is OE and ODM department who are really contributing and then helping out with our customers. while the B2C side, which is my side here, is trying to really adopting that kind of the technology and then convert that as a B2C product that where we are able to really helping our users and for them to using the same level of the innovative
Technologies,
on the B2C product. So that's how we think, okay, maybe that will be the way.
Okay.
From one end, when we're spending the resources, and the other side work on harder, you know, to making some food back.
Yes.
And then on the other, it is kind of like
it's like a balance.
Always like the balance.
Yeah, balance. Because server high-end workstation solutions are very, very niche and also very fine. Everything is also fine detail, right? And it has to match that specification specifically for that particular product.
Yes.
Whereas you can actually, for consumer products, you can make one case, nail fit all.
Right.
So totally different concept, and I guess this is where you have to balance, right?
Right.
From that kind of business.
Yeah, from a business point of view, also that if you move some, that always have the trade-off. That will be always have the trade-off.
It's going to be a trade-off.
But that is the company choosing where we should heading for, and then we have to put that on our shoulder, and carry over and guiding our team member trust that we will be happy on one day.
Right.
Honestly, because in the past of the couple of years, we were really, for the retail side, as you remember, during the COVID or after the COVID,
bad
the retail markets are boom. But then there was no AI yet. I mean, people are not really talking about the AI, but it does. But it's not really talking about AI. But afterward, then when the retail side recently, like everybody are declining, but the AI are actually helping out about the part of the industry for the company right now. So it's like I said, it's like you are not a fortune teller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one does.
No one does. So then that is the thing that is how we made a decision. We should be responsible for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, it's everyone together from your CFO to your analysts to everyone. They just basically everything's thrown on the table, but you have to make the decision together based on what you have today.
Right.
Now now that we've made that decision, how would a Coolermaster choose to change the direction of the ship? Because I know that you don't want to be wrong, but you also don't want to go down the road that it leads to a dead end. And I know that a lot of companies make the change, that tweak differently. How does Coolermaster do that? Let's just say that AI, Jensen was wrong. What happens next?
Well, faith.
Okay.
Yeah. Faith.
Right.
I mean, go back to basics,
faith,
right?
The face of the brand.
Yeah.
I mean, what you trusted for, and what you really work on, and what you really dedicating to contributing into it, and then push us into the limit where the industry where we are located at.
Yeah.
So for us, it's thermal. What we can do is thermal.
Thermal through and through.
Yeah. So thermal core technology from the thermal management. Whenever they thermal,
There's always going to be a need.
automatically, and we will be always there.
True.
We will be always there
Hence
being the leader.
Hence the name Cooler.
Because you're the master.
Yes.
The cooler master.
The master of Cooler.
Now, take me a little bit ahead. Let's just say that Jensen is right, Lisa is right, everything's going well. Obviously, there is a lot of trickle down to the consumer market. We've seen that in the past from anywhere from overclocking, where they used to do certain things on the server side to increase performance artificially. That cooler overclocking was one of the things that some manufacturers did, and you were there for that. Yeah. And then now we have consumer overclocking. Then we had the Bitcoin mining and everything. So everyone's building chassis and everything. And these are high computing, constant load situations that have happened within the last 5 to 10 years, right? So if you were to build AI products for the consumer, let's just say that a consumer sees the benefit of, hey, I should train a model in my home for my family only. So I can ask, who is my cousin related to on this cousin side? Because I have a Chinese, family tree. I don't understand, why is he my great cousin, aunt, auntie, uncle? Who's what? They're all uncle. How do I tell which one's uncle? How would you build products like that? What would that look like?
Well, I think that would become from the people are the hot topic at the moment right now, the AI PC, right?
Yeah.
So Coolermaster are also involved in AI PC as well. Yeah, it's going to be, as you have shown on the booth, that we have one cool machine called COOLING-X. Remember?
COOLING-X. That's let me get straight. It's a cooling solution that has no fans, no liquid, just heat pipes. I remember.
No. There's a liquid inside.
Oh, liquid inside?
Yeah, there's a liquid inside. Then
Tell me more.
And there's the liquid is on the side of the side panel.
Oh,
Side covering.
it's part of the case.
So we also remove the heat from CPU and GPU, and then the side panel are helping out. to
So
dissipating the
fanless solution.
Yeah.
And-
And then we think, because the AI PC, one of the most important things is about the cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
You don't
right.
want to you having your photo you mentioned just
Yes.
now, like okay, after the AI having recognizing all different my uncle aunties, and then they should be inside of the PC, not there, right?
Yeah.
So this is also one of the things that we are preparing. Okay, we're not ready yet, but we are preparing to step into the AI PC category. But
Okay.
it's not like the one our friends like the first tier brand, etc. They are doing the AI PC like that. We still work on with the DIY solutions.
Okay.
For that, so whenever you want to build your own AI PC, and then you can still choose the different CPU from AMD, Intel,
Right.
Okay.
NVIDIA, then to build up your own PC. But that is with the such kind of features inside of the PC, and yet we are taking care about the silencing as well as we are taking care about the thermal management. So then, even though the AI PC is under the heavy loading, but you still barely hear nothing.
Because it's it becomes a home AI PC,
It's
right?
in your room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we know that you do software, and we heard a very bold declaration by Gigabyte during COMPUTEX, where we are no longer just a hardware company. We
Yeah.
are also a AI software company.
Yeah.
How will Jimmy and his software division deal with proclamations like this? Like, how will your software division create software that will take advantage of this, or will you just stay hands off and let everyone else do the work?
Well, it depends, because we are not a software company,
Yeah.
right?
You have some in the stuff,
but we do work on the software
Yeah.
for the specific needs.
okay.
And then we do have our own software team.
Yeah.
For the specific needs, and then but like it example like what you mentioned is a good example you mentioned from the Gigabyte, that they are no longer going to be the hardware one, and
Yeah.
then they want to be also the software
Yeah.
company. Yeah, I think that is very possible.
Yeah.
And then, but same thing for us is that it's not just about your software and hardware. What we cared about your software and hardware combining together, and what you can see from the most launching product, Master Hub. That is actually
That-
a
that-
lot of work for the hardware.
Yeah, I
the
like that one
software
because
part, yeah.
it's modular. You can
Yeah.
make your own modules. That mixer there, like
Yeah.
Jimmy said,
Yeah.
it could be done.
Yeah.
It's so innovative, and it's creative too.
Yeah.
You know, and you got that creative spirit, which is amazing.
So would it be fair to say that Jimmy and Coolermaster, in the consumer side at least, will not be pursuing large language model learning?
Well, that's it. The software is
Yeah.
the need. It's essential.
Yeah.
Okay. For the picture of the Coolermaster in
Okay.
the future, but the combining together with the component system and software, looping them into it, and then becoming one part of the central. Then, other than that, we have all different kind of the ecosystem products out there.
Ecosystem project. Okay.
Sim racing, that is one of them.
Yeah.
And then the drone stuff, the Sonac,
Yeah.
you've seen that too. So for music and for sport, and these two categories, that is also what Coolermaster will heading into it. And but those two different field of the people are very different.
Yes.
So then, when everybody doing the generic, the machining or together with the software, what we would like is that providing the best solution from thermal,
Okay.
plus the software into it, and together with our ecosystem product, then giving the best user
User
experiences.
experience, yeah.
Yeah.
So focus
So-
on the software that runs your hardware the best.
Yeah.
And then next, if there's a need, if there's partnership with Gigabyte and other players, perhaps
We are always
connection.
looking for, we are
Okay.
always looking for that. One of the key things is that we don't want to be like, okay, competition is over there.
Yeah.
But it's not about the competition.
Yeah.
It's about for the future and for the world of the future. All these kind of hardware or software companies, they should work together.
Work together.
Yeah.
Yep.
They should
Yep.
work. Everybody have its own strengths.
Yeah. I think it's very important for people to focus on what their core competencies are, especially in a time where it's still kind of working itself out. I mean, it's a very unstable time right now.
Right.
The stock prices are going all over the place. Uncle Jensen is signing people's shirts. And there's so many rock stars right now in the AI space. It's like it's boom. All of a sudden, there's a new .com boom.
Yeah.
But there will also become a bust at this bust. I didn't mean to say that.
my take on AI is it's still new. It's although it's been around, but this year has gone. That's just crazy. I don't know why, and it's still early stages to see the full benefit for end user consumers. It might be great for for language models and ChatGPT right now for all the servers and everything, but right now for consumer, I haven't seen anything that really for this year for consumer end. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Like, what about you? Like, have you seen anything that says, hey, this is useful. I want to show this to my friend who's not very technical. Have you seen anything like that so far?
Not really.
Yeah.
See, we're the same way. Like,
not really.
We're looking around AI, large language model.
Yeah, it's great for industrial possibly and medical, and also maybe for security and everything. But again, end user is where the products reach out to masses and the consumers, and you get the user experience. And again, I don't see that right now.
Well, I do believe it's coming pretty quick.
It's coming. It's coming. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time.
So I'm glad that you mentioned that you need to focus. And this is kind of my question to you. This is the secret question about focus.
Secret. I'm afraid about secret.
Now, we know that you're a passionate foodie. If you had a choice tomorrow and you were given the means, you might go and open the restaurant. Maybe you had the means tomorrow. Maybe
It's a question mark or.
no. I'm saying I'm setting up a scenario for you.
You already have. You have already.
You have a
cooler
passion.
bar.
You might,
That's the wrong money.
and you might do it. You might do it because you have everything. You have the resources and everything. You could do it. You want to follow your passion.
Yeah.
But by following your passion, it would take your focus away from Coolermaster. Okay? But you had the means and you had the board was okay with it for you to take some time away, spend a little bit of money and do this. As a CEO, as a responsible CEO, you love to cook. This is your passion. Would you take the bait and actually do this? And if you did do this, how would it look? But at the same time, though, if you don't take it, why wouldn't you do it?
Okay. I think this secret question is a very good question because I'm keep on thinking about my mind as well. Maybe one day when I get retired and actually opening a very little restaurant without a menu. So you want to eat, you eat. You want to drink, you get. If you don't want it, bye-bye. I don't care. I would like to have that kind of restaurant. And then I even already give it a name of that restaurant already. In Mandarin called 要吃就来.
Oh, yeah, if you want to eat, come.
If you want to eat, come. So then that's the passion that I think it will gonna be the afterward. Where the career that I'm having in the moment. I think the most important thing I don't want to miss like 10 years ago or 15 years ago where the PC industry growing up.
Yeah,
I do see this is once again the back to the reset. That's a little grew it again. Rapidly starting from this year. So I don't want to miss that opportunity. And then I do believe that the company, the brand here, and the people here, and also all of our users are really passionate with the stuff that we are making, and then the heartbeat of the foodies, etc. That's just my personal interest.
No matter how passionate you are, no matter how much buy-in you get from your board or all the people surrounding you, you would never ever sacrifice their eating, their food, just to follow that.
Yeah.
And
that's really good because people look up to you for direction, and also their people's livelihoods at stake. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can come to my house for having a steak.
Yes.
Promise.
Yes, you could cook them a Beef
both of you
Wellington.
too.
Yeah.
but if they ask
If you don't mind.
but if they ask you today, can you be a chef? We'll give you a 6-figure salary and everything. You just need to step away for half a week. No, this is my business. Coolermaster is my business. That would never happen, right?
Yeah, it won't happen.
That's great.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jimmy, I wanted to thank you again for talking to us. I know that you cost way too much per hour.
Yes.
And this
Time
is
is-
fair, right?
time is money.
Time is short. And we are always just so happy to learn from you. And I think that anyone out there that wants to, run a successful company, I think some of the things that he said
Definitely.
need to be taken to heart.
Of
and
course.
especially from the top guy at Coolermaster.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Looking forward to see some exciting products from Coolermaster.
Yeah, especially what you do with
It's
AI.
gonna be.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work out, we got cooling.
Yep.
Always rely on cooling. We need it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Great. Thank you, Jimmy, for your time.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Ethan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget that our podcast show is on every Wednesday at noon. Brand new
noon.
episode every noon, every Pacific Standard Time, because we're in Taiwan time right now.
Yeah.
So Pacific time. And we also want you to make sure that you check out Jimmy's products at Coolermaster.
Thank you.
His entire team creates amazing products that help you create. That's basically their ID right now, which is to have people create using their products. So many new products. Coolermaster.com, I believe, is still the URL.
Make sure you check it out because they have the creator hub, the hub, master hub for all you creators out there.
Yes, I can't wait to try that out. I'm like, hold on, wait a second. You mean I can replace this?
Maybe grown for you.
We'll go check it out. Okay, until next time. Bye bye. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye. Thank you.